أهلاً، ألف تحية ودية من كاليفورنيا. 1000 cordial greetings from California. Welcome to learn Arabic online with Lubna Dumayan. Negation, nafi, is a universal mental pattern used to express the non-existence or denial of something, an object, an action, or feeling. And thus languages make use of various strategies of this basic structure to render negative meaning. A negative sentence, جملة منفية, contradicts an affirmative statement, جملة مثبتة. In modern standard Arabic, 5 different particles of negation. A particle of negation, حرف نفي. They are used to express sentential negation. Negation rules, قواعد النفي, differ from negating nominal to verbal sentences. Each of them requires a different approach. So how do we negate a verbal sentence? For negative past form, we use لم plus perfect tense adjussive. So it's لم plus imperfect adjussive, or the present tense in the adjussive mood. When the present tense is preceded by the negative particle لم, the meaning of the verb will shift to the past. How? أنا أستيقظ مبكرا. استيقظ is to wake up, form 10, sound verb. So I wake up early. أنا أستيقظ مبكرا. It is conjugated in the imperfect indicative that you can know that is the case from the vowel U at the end of the conjugated verb. So always check the vowelization to know about the conjugation of the verb. So let's negate this جملة مثبتة. أنا لم أستيقظ مبكرا. We place the negative particle right before the verb. So لم أستيقظ. Here, check the vowelization. We went from damma to sukun, the sign of the imperfect adjussive. I did not wake up early. أنا لم أستيقظ مبكرا. الطالب يتقن العربية. The student masters Arabic. أتقن is verb form 4, is to master or to perfect. Let's negate this affirmative sentence to جملة منفية. الطالب لم يتقن العربية. The student did not master Arabic or did not perfect Arabic. So here we have the sukun in the end of the conjugated verb, the sign of the imperfect adjussive. You cannot say لم الطالب يتقن العربية. Always it has to be right before the verb. نتأخر عن العمل. تأخر, to be late, it's form 5. So let's negate the sentence. We are late for work. نتأخر عن العمل. لم نتأخر عن العمل. We are not late for work. For another past form, we may use ما plus past tense. So ما plus past tense or the perfect tense. ما وجدت قلادتي. وجد, to find, here conjugated in the past tense, first person. أنا, I. ما وجدت قلادتي. I didn't find my necklace. قلادتي, my necklace. I did not find my necklace. ما وجدت قلادتي. So ما plus the past tense. ما خرج الطالب مسرعا. The student did not go out in a hurry. Here, خرج, to go out, is conjugated in the past tense, third person, singular. هو, he. ما خرج. So if you erase the ما النافية, ما of negation, you would just have a regular verbal sentence. وجدت قلادتي. I found my necklace. خرج الطالب مسرعا. The student went out in a hurry. And you just add ما. It's that easy. But to the verbal sentences with the verb conjugated in the past tense. And for future form, we use لن plus present tense subjunctive. So we will have لن plus imperfect subjunctive with the ending a, فتحة. For example, here we have جملة مثبتة, affirmative sentence. أمينة تذهب إلى التسوق. تسوق, shopping. أمينة goes shopping. ذهب, to go, conjugated in the present tense. The imperfect indicative because of the dhamma. So let's negate this sentence. أمينة لن تذهب. See here, the vowelization changed from dhamma to fatha because the verb is in the subjunctive. So أمينة لن تذهب إلى التسوق. أمينة will not go shopping. The future form. Even if we are using the imperfect subjunctive, the meaning is referring to the future. أمينة لن تذهب إلى التسوق. أمينة will not go shopping. لن أشارك في المسابقة. شارك, form 3, to participate. I will not participate in the competition. لن أشارك في المسابقة. If I erase the particle of negation, I say أشارك, so it will be conjugated in the imperfect indicative because it will not be preceded by any particle. So we will have a regular imperfect indicative with the dhamma. أنا أشارك. I am participating or I participate. So when we introduce len, we'll have the verb conjugated in the imperfect subjunctive. لن أشارك في المسابقة. For order form, we use la, which also means no in Arabic. نعم, yes. La, no. So here, la النافية, la of negation. So we use la plus imperfect adjective with second person conjugation placed directly before the verb to form an order. For example, say لا تقلق. Don't worry. When you have the imperfect adjective in the second person singular or dual or plural preceded by la, you will form an order. لا تقلق, don't worry. لا تتكلم, don't speak. But if لا is followed by the imperfect indicative with a first or third person conjugation, singular, plural, dual, doesn't matter. لا أحب القهوة. Here we have the imperfect indicative. I do not like coffee. أحب is form for to like or to love, conjugated in the imperfect indicative. I do not like coffee. So we say أحب القهوة. I like coffee. To negate, what do? You just introduce لا النافية to the affirmative sentence, and here we go. You don't change anything. لا أحب القهوة. أحب القهوة. لا أحب القهوة. I don't like coffee. لا يتكلم imperfect indicative العربية بطلاقة بعد. He doesn't speak Arabic fluently yet. لا يتكلم. Okay? So, what about a nominal sentence? How do we negate a nominal sentence? الجملة الاسمية. So, a verbal sentence الجملة الفعلية. Nominal sentence الجملة الاسمية. So we have two particles. We have لا. Again, لا. For example, لا خلاف بين الأصدقاء. خلاف means fight. This is a verbal noun. An expression starting with a verbal noun or a noun can be negated by لا. So لا خلاف بين الأصدقاء. No fight between friends. So لا here it's no. No fight between friends. لا مال له. له can be translated as he has. لا مال. مال money. So لا مال, no money. He has no money. لا مال له. Okay? What if we have a subject and its predicate? So, الشمس ساطعة. The sun is bright. What do? You just insert لا at the beginning of the nominal sentence without changing any vowelization or any order of the words or nothing. You just put it there at the beginning. لا الشمس ساطعة. The sun is not bright. الجو حار. مبتدأ, subject, خبر, predicate. ما, you can even use ما. So you can use لا and ما to negate a nominal sentence. ما الجو حار. You don't change anything. You just add ما to negate the nominal sentence. We have another, it's not a particle, it's a verb of negation. فعل نفي. ليس. ليس is a verb just specialized in negating a nominal sentence. Means not to be. So ليس is a copulative. The verb not to be. With it doesn't negate a verbal sentence, just a nominal sentence. This is a defective verb because its middle radical is ya, and ya is one of the weak letters, alif, waw, ya. So this is a hollow verb. has only perfect indicative forms with a present tense meaning. It governs a noun or adjective in the accusative and takes a B. B, it's ba, the letter ba with kasra in the accusative. So if I say, so first let's conjugate it. This is the only conjugation for laysa. Lestu. Normally, to conjugate it in the past tense, in the past tense, we have the last radical of the verb will have sukun followed by the suffix ta for the first person singular. So we would have la, y, s, tu. So the grammarians decided to cancel this ya with sukun and say just lestu, I'm not, to facilitate the pronunciation. Alright? So for defective verbs, hollow verbs, the ones that contain one of the weak letters, they may be omitted during the conjugation. And this is one example of these verbs. So I'm not. أنا لست. لست. لستي. Here, he, هو. ليس, we keep it as is. ليست, since the last radical does not carry sukun, so we keep the whole, all the radicals of the root. لسنا, لستما, ليس, ليستا, لستم, لستن, ليسوا, here, because wow needs to be preceded by dhamma, so we kept again the three radicals, and lesna. So if I say lestu taliban, taliban has to be in the accusative case. It has to carry tanween al-fath, double fatha. I am not a student. Or you can say the Arabic language is giving to you another choice with the same meaning. Lestu bi talibin. I am not a student. Same meaning. Just you have two choices. Lestu taliban. Mostly people use this expression. Lestu taliban, accusative. Or lestu bi talibin. What if here we introduced la and nafiya, ma and nafiya, and the vowelization did not change. But for laysa, it's not the same thing. Here, al-bahru aminun. If we didn't have laysa, we would say al-bahru aminun. Aminun. Subject, predicate, nominative case, nominative case. The C is safe. When you introduce laysa, the predicates will not be in the nominative case anymore. It will change, the case will be changed to accusative. So laysa al-bahru aminan. The sea is not safe. You may park the laysa in between the subject and the predicate. Al-bahru laysa aminan. It's still correct, but you can do so for these particles. ليست السماء صافية. Here we used she because السماء is feminine. So it has to agree in gender and number. So ليست السماء صافية. The sky is not clear. ليست كل الحشرات ضارة. Not all insects are harmful. ضارة, harmful. الحشرات, insects. ليست كل الحشرات ضارة. So with ليس, the case of the predicate changes from nominative to accusative. So laysa, not to be. A big thanks from my heart, no I'm kidding, from my heart to all my subscribers and viewers. Thank you very much. Until then, you miss me and you keep learning Arabic. إلى اللقاء.